to here, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, press the big red button and the bell next to it so you can get notifications when I make another video. In my last video I talked about the progress I was making reading my thesis through reading and editing, and some of the thoughts and issues that came up while I was reading. I've quickly moved on from that, and all of my reservations about being able to complete the editing, I got over those. I was a bit stumped for a moment. I couldn't really figure out how to deal with the content of my results chapters, and reading them through. I mean, I have a lot of content, a lot of data, a lot of qualitative data to sift through, and that's the result of 20 plus interviews ranging from 40 minutes to 60 minutes long. So sifting through all of the data that I've produced, post initial data analysis, and sort of figuring out what data would go into what results chapter or discussion chapter. It seemed that it was a pretty straightforward process, but then reading it over now and trying to relate it more, or trying to make a relation with the literature review, I found I had issues. I couldn't. It wasn't really so straightforward. So I had to take a moment and sort of reorganize the presentation of my data, on top of the fact that the thesis is over the word count, and I have some very long quotes in my discussion chapters. I just felt I could maybe improve the narrative a little bit more. I feel I can improve it. I don't know what my supervisor will say after I send it to him. Basically, I'm trying to look for a thread throughout the thesis, from the literature review, the methods chapter, and the results chapter that I sometimes to refer to as the data chapter. And having the hard copy of the thesis and reading it through carefully, going back and forth, has definitely helped produce some clarity. Because like I said before, I was working on chapters, putting them away, just perusing them very quickly to say, okay, I finished on this point in the previous chapter, I'm going to pick up from here. I was always trying to, yes, pick up from where I left off, but also trying to remind the reader about what the thesis was, and that was an element that I found to be repetitive. I mean, it probably is helpful to do this, but I'm sure there's a summarized way of putting my ideas across regarding the thread that I want the thesis to have, the golden thread per se, or the connections or the elements that I discuss should be apparent continuously throughout the thesis, and there should be a connection from chapter 1 to my last chapter. Anyway, there's relief because I don't think I have to write a whole new chapter. I thought I needed to do that, but I have enough content that I can move into a chapter and make into a chapter. I mean, this is me being super optimistic. I have to give the thesis to my supervisor after I've had it proofread, and then he will tell me if it's he will give me his feedback, and from there. But I'm very happy to be here where first one, I have more of the word count than I need, and I have something that I can edit and cut down and I'm seeing a connection through from chapter 1 to my potential chapter 8, which is going to be my, I guess, recommendations, conclusions. But anyways, for now, that's the update. It hasn't been very easy because there have been moments where I've been like, what am I doing? But anyways, yeah, that's that. How about you with your data or thesis document? How is that going? How are you working? What progress are you making? If you would like to, please comment and we can continue the discussion on social media. I will include a tag for my social media account somewhere here. If you haven't seen my update video, a link is going to come up, and from my writing challenge, a link is going to come up, and you can look out for that, and you can see my 2 other PhD related videos. Till the next time, thanks for watching, and yeah, subscribe to the channel, okay, and share the video. All right, give us a like. All right, till the next time, bye.